What's going on, everybody? This is Doug from Little Brother Sports Solo Edition. Please hit the like, subscribe, and notify. Don't forget to leave comments. Do you agree, disagree? How are we doing? Let me know. I want to go over today. I want to go back a little bit, just briefly, on the Minnesota game, and then, of course, we're going to talk about the Washington game. Oh boy! So let's go really quickly for the Minnesota game. You got to start faster. You got to start. I don't know what it is. You got to start faster. It was looking like it was going to be a blowout, like I was stating. We're pretty close. I was worried. It was looking bleak, but I give them credit. They came back, had the lead, and then, of course, we coughed it up at the end. It is what it is. It's all the stuff I was worried about. The offense not clicking until late. They did nothing in the first half until the very, very end, and then the defense. Of course, there's offensive players galore on Minnesota, especially Jefferson, and they just let him run roughshod. Now they played him well in the second half. Could be a lull for Minnesota because obviously you're up there that much. You still got a lot of game left, but they probably thought they had it in the bag. But still, regardless, it's just all the stuff I worried about. Couldn't stop the run. Passing all over us is just utterly ridiculous. Make an adjustment earlier in the game. The halftime adjustments, great. You're making them and they're doing good. To me, in a second half team, obviously prefer that. But you got to stay close in the first half. You gotta do something to stem the tide, and they did not do that. So, a game we could have won right there in the third quarter. Who'd have thought? It was looking like it was going to be done after the first half. But credit, they came back, made it a game. Could have won it. They were moving the ball. Could have tied it beyond the fumbled and special teams play, but it is what it is. But we're going to end it with right there. I spent enough time on that game. Let's go to the Washington Commanders game. Holy cow. Now, I know we're rebuilding, and that's good. You want to give Justin, time to develop and stuff like that, and that's fine. But you still should have won this game. Obviously. Washington's doing the same thing we are, basically. They just have a better, D line for the most part. And first of all, the defense played solid. 12 points given up. They did give up the one drive where they got the touchdown, and it seems like a theme. The minute you get a lead, they give up the touchdown. But of course, that was neither here nor there. Or no, that was the only touchdown they gave up was the after the fumble. So you can't fault them for that. That was nothing. So the defense played well. 12 points. Did pretty good against the run. Not crazy, but they did pretty good. Hell, again, if you take away that touchdown from the fumble return, then you're holding to 6 points. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So in the red zone, we'll go over the first one. First of all, why in the world, Justin, are you trying to throw low to Cole Kmet, especially with the line there? You got a bunch of 6'3", 6'4" guys in the line in the middle trying to stuff up, and you're trying to, that's great that you're going to Cole. Now, I think you need to go to him more. You should be going to at least to Cole once, Mooney once, and then pick a third guy, and then maybe a fourth if you decide to go on fourth down. Maybe try to run it in if you're close enough. Monty has been good. Let's let him get some bread. You know what I'm saying? And Herbert as well too. I have no problem with Herbert. However, back to the first one. Cole is 6'6", 260 pounds. Throw it high. If you're going to go in the middle, like laser a little bit to make sure if he doesn't catch it, it just, hopefully goes high in the stands somewhere where only he catches it. I don't get it, but throw some fades to something. He's 6'6", 260. And I know him because I watch Notre Dame all the time. I'm a Notre Dame fan. I know Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet is good. You got to give him a chance. And I think part of the reason is the blocking. It seems like we're leaving him to block a lot, and that's fine because he's a pretty good blocker. But he needs to get the ball. He needs to get the ball. And plus, you get in a rhythm. Get Justin in a rhythm. Same thing for Mooney. But that's neither here nor there. Again, trying to throw that ball. I get it. You got to get lanes, but still, just Throw it high. Let him try to go get it. You know, he's bigger than everybody that's going to be back there. I don't care who it is. There's not too many 6'6" linebackers, and especially cornerbacks out there. They're pretty much non-existent. So give it to him. Go high. You know. So that was the first one. The second one. What was the second one? I believe it was the fourth and goal where we got stuffed. First of all, there was a play before that. I don't know if it was the third or fourth down where Justin was doing the run, and he cut it inside. It was about the 2 yard line, somewhere on there, maybe 4 or 5. I don't care. Take that out. Take that wide, Justin. You're 6'2", 6'3", 30 pounds, 225 pounds. There's nobody on that edge that's gonna be bigger than you, much less faster than you. Take it to the edge. Easy money. Easy money. And he cut it inside, and it was fine. He got to the 2 or the 1 or whatever it was, but take that wide. You know, you had room. Just take that wide. You know, make a quick cut and dig it in, or just take it wide. I mean, nobody's gonna really touch you. That's just experience too. You know, he'll I think learn that over time. And then that brings me to the fourth down play, where I don't mind the run. Absolutely. First of all, why is it not Montgomery? Montgomery is 6 foot 225, 230, whatever he is. Plus he's shifty and he's powerful and he's tough to take down. Give it to him. First, second of all, you ran it in the teeth of the defense. Why do you do that? Everybody's down there. People are probably thinking we're going to run anyway because we're a running team. Why do you do that? That makes it easy on them to stuff it. Run it outside. You know, you can fake it inside and maybe go outside. I mean, I don't mind Khalil Herbert, but if you're, especially with Khalil, because Khalil Herbert's a little bit lighter. I think he's like 210 or something like that. Outside, especially they got a pretty good line, D line. So get it outside. Make them cover you outside. Teams do it most of the time anyway. Let's do that. So that's the problem I have with that. I can't remember the third one. I think was the bad pass to the tight end. That's just a bad pass on Justin. That happens. You know, you don't want it to happen, and it shouldn't happen. But you see, even the best jack up a throw every now and then. Unfortunately, that was a scoring play, so that was an impactful play. But just hopefully fill overtime. But that was a bad one. And then of course the throw to Mooney. Butterfingers over there. Like, come on, catch the goddamn ball. If you catch it right off the bat, it's a touchdown. We're not even talking about this. Easy. And also, I think he should have been deeper as well. You know, maybe he didn't have enough time to go deeper. I don't know, but oh man. And so, in a nutshell, you know, you gotta score. Now they started fast. They were moving the ball, but you got to get points on the board. No doubt about it. Now you can look back and, you know, say you get those 3 points on the run play, the fourth down play, okay, and then you try to get a field. I don't know if it was a field. I can't remember the third time it was, but you got to get points. You got to get points. Yards are great, but if you're not getting points, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown, it's not really doing anything for you. But at least we started quick. We started quicker, making moves. Second half was, you know, kind of like a stalemate. The whole game was a defensive stalemate, basically. Just a couple touchdowns here and there. But you got to get points. And they know that. I mean, it's just no duh, you know. You got to get points. It's the name of the game. Yardage is great, but you got to get points. And then, you know, kind of stalled out in the second half. We didn't. It was the second half where we got our touchdown on a great throw by Fields. Great throw, good catch by Pettis, who's been having butterfingers himself. We'll talk about that. But overall, just gotta get those points. It's crucial. It's crucial. You gotta get points. And that's another note, duh. So, in a nutshell, the defense, you can't really talk too much about the defense. They were solid. Pass rush was decent. You know, they only gave up 99 yards passing. I mean, that's excellent. Did solid against the run. I don't know what the average yardage per carry was, but it was. Other than that, he's solid. Can't really say anything about the defense. Offense, just gotta get points. Gotta get those points. And for offense, it's clear. It's a little bit of everything. The receiver is not getting open. Now, Justin, now in the NFL, half a step is probably open, but Justin's not going to see that because especially basically still in his first year. I think it was his 16-game starter or something like that. So he's still learning. He's still learning. So he's probably used to having a guy about a step, or maybe two open in Ohio State. But he's getting that. Receiver's not getting open. Hold on to the ball to him. Justin is holding on to the ball to him. Line not blocking. That's a definite. I mean, there were some times where it was on him like that. I mean, you got to give him 2 seconds is pretty quick. That's almost impossible. You give him a minimum of 3. You give him 3, especially 4. Okay, now we're talking. But that's pretty much any quarterback. So, anywho, kind of just going on and on and on. So, finally, the probably the play of the game, unfortunately for Velus, is the muff punt again. He has got to shore that up. I'd like to see him more on the offense. I think he needs to be the third receiver on the offense and see what he can do with his speed. His hands, punt wise, I don't know. Do you leave him out there? That whole once, twice, third time thing is definitely in the air. You probably, because he's young, you probably still give him a chance. But if he does it again, he's probably gonna lose that part of his job. But I think he could be a pretty good player in the receiving game. You got to see that talent and give him the ball. Punting wise, I don't know. I'm a 3-strike guy, and he's got 2, so I would put him out there one more time, and hopefully he does well, because he has the talent to break it. He's that talented. He's got speed. He can make moves. You can see it, but you got to get the ball. It doesn't matter if you run a 4 flat and all that. If you lose the ball, especially late in the game in the red zone for your defense, that's a splash play. You're going to lose your job. So, unfortunate. It was a huge play in the game, obviously, but it is what it is. You gotta make plays. You gotta learn from it, And unfortunately, that's the second time, so he's got 2 strikes. Got one more left, Velus. I do think maybe kick return, maybe if switch him up. Maybe I think it's Pettis is our return man. Maybe put him in the punts and then see what Velus can do with kickoffs. Plus, kickoffs it's pretty rare. It's not a whole lot going on with kickoff returns, but you never know. You might let him, have 1 or 2 plays where he runs the ball back and see if he can bring it home, which I think he could. That's a pretty good plan, but I would leave him in for now. You gotta let him get a little bit of learning experience. Now again, 2 strikes already pretty early in his career, so but before proving anything, so you got to prove it first, and we'll see. But it is what it is. Going into the long week, we'll do previews hopefully for that in the future. But for Justin Fields, you just got to give him time. I was looking at stats on Tom Brady, and Tom Brady didn't throw for 4,000 yards until I want to say year 5. His first year he didn't play but one game and didn't hardly do anything. But I want to say year 5 is when he finally threw 4,000 yards. He had a good team. He only threw I think like 2,800 yards his first year starting and his second year in the league, and I think he threw 18 touchdowns. It was like, even through all those first 5 or so years, he was giving, and most of the time he's giving you double-digit interceptions, but in most of the years he's probably like a 25 to 35 touchdown guy, which still more than anything the Bears have ever seen. But he didn't, really blow up until that 2007 season where he threw for 50 and for almost 5,000 yards. So it takes time. That's the point. It takes time. You gotta give Justin time. Better the line. Some more weapons. Just a couple more. And you'll be fine, I think. But it's looking. Man. I hope they're not totally right. All the pundits saying the Bears are going to be low. I hope it's not totally right, but they might have been. But glass half full. If we do, we got a first-round pick. Hey, we get a first-round pick. Nice early first-round pick. So there's that. But I'd much rather win. And even more than that, we need to get Justin Fields, throwing the ball a little more, give him a little bit more experience than that. Because you got to. You just got to. And I think he will. I'm a big Justin Fields fan. So with that, we're running long. We're going to end it right here. Please tickle the like, subscribe, notify, leave comments, see if you agree. What do you think? I think it's pretty obvious. A little bit of everything, every little bit of everybody at this point. It is what it is. So that's it. On to the next week. See you later. Appreciate you watching. Till the next time.